Fox News Alert: the search for 3 kidnapped Americans continues at this hour in Baghdad. They were reportedly taken in broad daylight by men dressed in military uniforms, roughly 100 yards from a police station in the Dora neighborhood. This comes amid new reports that the State Department was told last week that Iranian-backed Shia militias in that area were looking to kidnap Americans. Rob O'Neill joins me now, former Navy SEAL and Fox News contributor. Rob, good morning to you. Good to have you here today.
Good morning, Martha. Thanks for having me.
So because of where this is, almost right away, it was fairly clear that this was not ISIS, correct?
Fairly clear, yes. They were taken in the neighborhood of Dora, which does have Sunni and Shia, but ISIS really, if anything, they'll show up with a suicide bombing or a car bomb and claim responsibility. This is not ISIS. Based on as quickly as they took them, these guys in 6 different vehicles, as they rolled up to a spot, were in and out in minutes, and then they took them up to the northeast to Sadr City, that's where the Shia, Iranian-backed Shia militias are. That's where they always have been. We've been fighting them there ever since, the war started in 2003. These are definitely an Iranian-backed, having to do with Hezbollah militia that grabbed these 3, and it's no doubt about it, they were tipped off, and that's why they got in and out so quickly.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that there's word that the State Department had some indication that this is the kind of thing that they want to pull off right now?
Well, yeah, there was a source that came in and said that Iranian-backed militias wanted to grab an American or an American contractor, and it's pretty obvious where they could get them right in there. I wouldn't recommend any Americans going over there right now, certainly not leaving the embassy. These 3 did. We've heard different reports that it's 3 men. We also heard it's 2 men and a woman, but they were invited to an apartment by their interpreter, which right there is pretty sketch, and then they were taken actually across the street at a different apartment that's known to be a brothel or a place with a lot of alcohol, illicit stuff going on there, and that's where these people were grabbed.
All right. So, I mean, what about Iran's role in this? They just let these other hostages go. Do we not, because of this deal, have any leverage? Supposedly we have closer communications with them. I mean, it's kind of ironic and terribly sad that these people are taken just moments after the other ones were freed.
Well, we have better communications just because we started negotiating with them, and they've got every bit of leverage. They're getting everything that they want. I mean, one of our responses is, well, oh, we were hoping they wouldn't grab more of our people because of what we just did the other day. I mean, we're going to hope against the Iranians. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and it's, they're the biggest state sponsor of terrorism around the world, and we're hoping they don't grab our people. I mean, this is what tells you where our foreign policy is going.
Yeah, I mean, now I saw something about, well, this is sort of a rogue group, this Shia militia group, but they're clearly under, I mean, Iran is essentially running Iraq now, correct?
Iran is running Iraq, and they have been ever since they put the vote in to get a complete Shia government in there. They've been moving in. They're trying to flex their muscle over there, get as close as they can to Saudi Arabia. They're proving to everybody that they don't care. They kidnapped, I think, 21 Qatari Falcon hunters in southern Iraq. They kidnapped Turks, a bunch of those guys. They're grabbing everything that they can. They don't care. They're just showing that they are the power in the Middle East. They don't answer to anybody now.
I mean, they took our sailors into custody as well, as we saw last Wednesday.
That's right.
What do they want with these guys, do you think?
With the 3 Americans?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they say it's a rogue group, a Shia militia, but they came up organized in 6 vehicles and in uniforms. I'm not sure which uniforms they're wearing, but they're probably backed by the Revolutionary Guard out of Iran. They might be rogue, but they're organized, and rogue or not, they're running all kinds of parts of that country of Iraq.
So when you look at ISIS, their sort of usual MO when they kidnap people is that those people never make it out alive. I guess my question is there another motivation, money, getting something for these 3 guys? What does their future look like, do you think, based on what we know from the past?
I would think the motivation they have right now is both getting some funding, getting a little bit more leverage for more stuff that they want, just proving they can do anything that they want. These guys are over there, and you mentioned ISIS. Yeah, they'll execute. ISIS wants the Islamic State. And these Iranian-backed militias want to fight ISIS as well. But they said when we brought troops back in there after we backed out, when combat operations were over, they want to kill Americans. They want to fight Americans.
Absolutely.
So they could want anything from money or leverage. They're proving that they have some strength there.
Oh, that's a great point. I mean, these Iranian Shia militia fighters are definitely fighting against ISIS, but they are not on our side, which is very clear.
Well, they're not on our side at all. Absolutely
Rob,
not.
thank you. Thanks so much. Great analysis.
Thanks, Martha.
there. Good to see you
Great
today.
to talk with you.
We'll see you soon.